I guess nobody re-enlisted in the Marine Corps. We have a Grinch in the Marine Corps, a Scrooge, somebody that must really hate Christmas. Stay tuned to find out what's going on with this toxic leadership over at 20 on Palms, California. What is up, guys? You're tuning in to NickyMGTV for another video. As always, you can hit me up on Instagram, Snapchat, Twitter, or down in the comments below. I know you guys say that every time with me, hopefully, because you guys like, comment, subscribe, notification bell, all the great stuff that pushes the channel. Now, as the meme pages that are epic, that are out there, you have Terminal Lance, DD214 memes, disgruntled docs. Memes are ruling the military right now, especially with a lot of the junior Marines, sailors everywhere across the military talking about some of the most up-to-date news that's going on and also exposing some of the leadership and some of the antics that do happen. Now, this was the case with DD214 memes, which did uncover some shenanigans that are happening over at 20 on Palms, California, 20 on Stumps, where nobody wants to go. Literally, they're like, why would you put a base in the middle of a desert where there's nothing there, and you're hoping, if anything, you're going to have alien life, and then Dependence comes, then you're like, whoa, dude. We just wanted BH. We wanted to have a little bit of money for food, to hang out with our friends, and maybe go to San Diego for the weekend. But we got this. So what it looks like is Sergeant Major Nathaniel Bradley is under fire from multiple meme pages, and DD214 memes is going to be the one that is championing this memery of constant barrage against this Sergeant Major. Don't know, he is a veteran of the Marine Corps, where he does his platform some justice by trying to justify for the little guys in the Marine Corps. Now, this has come to light even more so because we now have a response thanks to Task and Purpose of what's happened. So a little backstory here. There was a little bit of a Marine Corps fight going on, a lot of pent-up energy. We're in peacetime, guys. You guys want us to learn McMap, not actually do McMap, and then say, why don't you guys know how to fight? You got to fight a couple times in order to actually know how to fight. So it looks like over the Thanksgiving holiday block period of leave, what we call it 96, 4 days off, it looks like some of the Marines got a little rowdy. It's the barracks. What do you expect? Now, because of this fight, Sergeant Major Nathaniel Bradley actually started creating more watches in order to make sure that there were less fights. Non-commissioned officers, E4s and E5s of the Marine Corps took the brunt of that because they're supposed to be the leaders in all of this, even though we could say or contest that everybody in the military is a leader because you lead by your actions, honor, courage, commitment, but we'll just leave that one there. Also because, God forbid, we actually just use the NCOs as babysitters pretty much the entire time while they're in the barracks, and they're like, hey, can you just babysit the rest of these kids that are brand new so they don't do anything stupid? Yes, they got back. They had Thanksgiving. They also had pushed back their period of leave after coming back from one of their little deployment ops. Doesn't say exactly where that's at. And it looks like these guys actually have not been able to take leave since they've gotten back, per Task and Purposes article. And the Marine Corps has made an official response to all the outrage that is occurring right now. As the non-commissioned officers of 2nd Battalion, 7th Marines are not forced to stand duty as punishment. Major Kendra Mott's, a spokeswoman with the 1st Marine Division, told Task and Purpose, in fact, there has been no increase in the overall number of Marines standing duty. Rather, the command has sought to responsibly bolster the presence of duty non-commissioned officers in the barracks to ensure good order and discipline and the safety of the Marines. Holiday leave will take effect as scheduled, and any suggestions to the contrary is ill-informed. So what they're making this sound like is there's not more people standing duty, there's just more in the barracks that are non-commissioned officers. And I look at that, I'm like, so did you take duty spots from where their place of duty is at, maybe at their unit, and you said, hey, just go to the barracks? I don't think that's the case. So I'm like, where did these magical places come from? Where did the duties originate if you took them from somewhere else? I doubt places that had duty just magically were like, yeah, take our duty people from this spot, shift them over to the barracks. There's a lot of stupidity going on over there, and we'll just say it's good, right? I don't think that happened. So there had to have been some kind of way that they got more people on duty. And it does look like the DD214 memes direct messages on Instagram did get some flack. Sergeant Major Anthony Pompos, the 7th Regiment Sergeant Major, says, bottom line is that they introduced a new policy putting NCOs on duty in the barracks due to a number of issues, not just one fight. They have had hazing investigations, assaults in the barracks, and inspector general complaints all in the past couple of months. That's what drove this. And then this message turns to even worse, but let's just make this roll downhill, as we know all shit does, and says this got misinterpreted into no non-commissioned officers get to go home by some immature staff sergeants that in turn passed the wrong word down to the ranks. Now, I do agree there is some undergroundery that happens and, rumor mills that spread and bad gouge that gets put out. But that's where it's almost like the leadership responsibility to reaffirm what that message is. Why would they say this? They wouldn't make this up for no reason and say, listen, I can't go home. It's because I'm on duty now. I wasn't supposed to have duty. Now we have more duty. I don't it's such a basic concept. I don't think that's really not what happened. And the final announcement here from the Marine Corps says, we're committed to ensuring the well-being of the Marines who fill our ranks. And we recognize the right that Marines retain to request masks as a means of directly communicating grievances to or seeking assistance from their commanding officer. Obviously, that is available to talk to the commanding officer to ensure that you are being heard. Let's talk about well-being. Let's talk about punishment. Let's talk about accountability, okay? First off, the punishment. Does it fit what happened and all the issues that are happening there? You just came back, global pandemic, haven't gone home yet. That's it. And you've had a couple different issues which are isolated to specific areas. Imagine you're a good Marine and now you're like, I'm being punished for everyone around me. I can't leave. I have to worry about these guys. I went to Japan for a while and now I'm back. Now, if watch standing was an issue where maybe there was a fight and it wasn't reported, have that person that was on duty stand more duty, because God forbid your 8th general order is give the alarm in case of fire or fucking disorder. I don't think Jimmy sleeping in his room by himself quietly during that fight was probably going to be a matter of the issue or contributing to it. I know being a leader sucks. I understand that, but I also understand it's the holidays. It's Christmas. It is literally the one time of the year the whole entire country, almost the entire world, or most of the world, or a good portion of the world, says we should take a break and actually enjoy our families for like 1 second, especially after 2020 when all this has happened. It even says in leave policy and instruction, leave is meant to be taken in small, short periods of time to ensure well-rested service members. You know darn well none of these Marines were taking leave while they were in Japan. Obviously, everything was on lockdown. So what do you expect? They haven't taken leave in how many months? Now they get back and they still can't take leave? When do we start letting the leash go? When do we start letting a little bit of slack happen? And that's where this goes into well-being. There was just a report recently talking about suicide rates being up in the military just this year. And now you're also telling people they can't go see their families. So you're just going to see that increase. You can only have the death grip so tight. You can only squeeze it so tight before you're going to get the repercussions of that backlash, which is DD214 memes and these memes, or dealing with the consequences that these members are going to become mental health cases, stress, anxiety, and then they're sitting there on your little slideshow wondering why they're on your forced preservation brief and why little Timmy is pissed off and has gotten a few NJPs already, and you're now using more of your time to NJP these people than actually take care of the Marines. I say this as somebody that can't even leave Japan this holiday season. I'm stuck here. Yes, it's frustrating. And I, as a person that's had to experience it, I know it sucks to not take leave, not to see your family. We're now going on an entire year of this no leave, no nonsense debacle of like us sitting here. And this is where I get to the point of the video where what do you guys think about this whole entire issue, the mass punishment, and does it fit the crime? With all these issues, obviously, we're looking at it from the little man up and they're looking at it from the big man down, and they have all these problems. So I hope these guys get to go see their families this holiday. If you can, go back home, enjoy it. It's been crazy this year. So please, for me, if I can't go home, at least do that for yourself. But as always, if you guys do have questions about this or anything else, you can hit me up on Instagram, Snapchat, Twitter, or down in the comments below. I love you guys. I'll see you next time.